What if that old pistol collecting dust in your safe could pay off your mortgage or cover a year's worth of bills? Right now, certain handguns are skyrocketing in value so fast that owners are cashing out for thousands, while others have no idea what they're sitting on. And today we're breaking down 20 pistols that could make you rich, ranked by their rising value, rarity, and what they're commanding right now on the market. Number 20, Browning High Power Mark III. This was the final evolution of one of the 20th century's most iconic handguns, and it's quickly turning into a collector's prize. The Browning High Power Mark III entered production in 2018, closing an 80-year chapter for the legendary double-stack 9mm. Forged steel frame, slim ergonomic grip, and a 13+1 capacity made it a favorite for shooters who valued balance and control. Its single-action trigger is crisp, the ambidextrous safeties are intuitive, and the matte black finish paired with an extended beaver tail keeps it functional without losing style. What drives its value now is scarcity. Original Browning marked models in good shape fetch $850 to $1,100 and keep climbing. If one's sitting in your safe, it's a keeper, because they're not coming back. Number 19, Sig SP 2022. Often ignored, the Sig SP 2022 is turning into a quiet collector's gem. Built for French law enforcement in the early 2000s, it was engineered to endure 20 years of non-stop service, which is exactly where its name comes from. Chambered in 9mm, with a few 40S and W versions out there, it runs a traditional double-action, single-action trigger with a decocking lever. Its 3.9-inch barrel and polymer frame keep weight just under 1 pound 12 ounces, but it still delivers the reliability Sig is known for, staying clean and consistent even under heavy use. With Sig shifting almost entirely to the P320 platform, production is fading and most examples are now on the used market. Prices remain in the $450 to $550 range, but that won't last. Number 18, Glock Generation 4. The Gen 4 Glock might not turn heads, but it's quickly becoming a collectible for one reason. It was the last classic Glock before the newer models changed the formula. Released in 2010, it offered just enough upgrades without losing the simple, rugged feel people loved. It came chambered in 9mm with a 4-inch barrel and a 15+1 capacity, weighing just under 2 pounds. The dual recoil springs smoothed things out. The interchangeable back straps gave it a better fit, and the reversible mag release finally gave left-handed shooters a break. When the Gen 5 replaced it, production stopped. Now, with fewer in circulation, prices are starting to climb. If you've still got one, think twice before letting it go. Number 17, Sig P210 Standard. The Sig P210 earned its reputation back in the 1940s in Switzerland as one of the most accurate service pistols ever made. When Sig revived it for the American market, it wasn't just a nostalgia project. This all-steel 9mm still outshoots many modern handguns, keeping the soul of the original intact. It holds 8 rounds plus 1 in the chamber, with a trigger that breaks at around 3.5 pounds. Light, crisp, and closer to a competition pistol than a duty gun. Its fixed barrel-to-frame design boosts precision, while the 2-pound frame balances recoil without feeling cumbersome. Sig updated it with a standard magazine release and refined ergonomics for U.S. shooters, but the high-end machining made production costly. Rather than cut corners, Sig retired it. Prices now push past $1,100, and clean examples are vanishing quickly. Number 16, Smith & Wesson Model 686. The Model 686 has been a staple since the 1980s, earning a reputation as one of the most dependable revolvers around. Unlike some wheel guns that feel dated, this one still feels as capable today as it did when it first launched. Chambered in .357 Magnum, it delivers serious stopping power, but can also run 38 special rounds for softer recoil and cheaper range time. Its 4-inch barrel strikes a balance between maneuverability and performance, while the stainless steel frame keeps recoil manageable without weighing you down. At about 2.5 pounds, it feels solid without being cumbersome. Pre-lock models are the real prize for collectors. These older versions are harder to find, and prices reflect that, ranging from $800 to $1,200 depending on condition. With demand rising, they're not getting any cheaper. Number 15. Sig Sauer P229 Legion. The P229 Legion stands out as one of the last true compact double-action pistols in a market now ruled by striker-fire designs. This all-metal sidearm has built a reputation for its durability and refinement, earning a following among shooters who value more than polymer and simplicity. It comes standard in 9mm, though older 40S, W, and 357S IG models still surface for those who prefer the extra punch. The 3.9-inch barrel and just over 2-pound weight keep it controllable without feeling heavy. What sets the Legion apart are the factory upgrades. A Gray Guns tuned trigger that breaks clean, bright X-ray 3-night sights, and textured G10 grips that anchor it in hand. The Legion Gray PVD coating gives it both a sleek look and serious durability, while a 15+1 capacity ensures it holds its own against newer options. Prices now sit between $1,300 and $1,600, and with SIG pushing focus toward the P320, the P229 Legion is sliding into collector territory. When production winds down for good, expect values to climb even higher. Number 14. Beretta 92X Performance. The Beretta 92X Performance was never designed to disappear into a holster. Released in 2019, it was built for speed, control, and competition, with a full steel frame tipping the scales at nearly 3 pounds unloaded. Paired with a 4.9-inch barrel and a 15-round magazine, that weight works for the shooter, soaking up recoil and keeping the muzzle flat during rapid fire. Its Vertec frame and Brigadier slide combination give it a smooth, stable cycling feel, while Beretta's Extreme S trigger system delivers a clean break with a short, fast reset. Front and rear slide serrations, an extended beaver tail, and a frame designed to eat recoil all make it a favorite among competitive shooters who want precision right out of the box. As Beretta pivots toward lighter, optics-ready variants like the Performance Defensive, the original all-steel 92X Performance is becoming harder to find. Prices remain around $1,300 and up, but with fewer of these surfacing, values are only headed in one direction. Number 13. Glock 17 First Generations. When the Glock 17 launched in 1982, many dismissed it as a plastic toy. Yet those early models went on to redefine the service pistol, and now they're among the most collectible handguns on the market. Chambered in 9mm with a 4.49-inch barrel and 17+1 capacity, the first 3 generations combined low weight, just over 22 ounces unloaded, with rugged reliability. Gen 1 and Gen 2 examples, with their pebble grips and railless frames, marked the start of the polymer revolution, while even Gen 3s are vanishing as newer Glocks take over. Clean Gen 1s regularly fetch over $1,100, and prices for all early models are climbing fast, especially with original parts and boxes. Number 12. Sig P210 X5 Legion. Though it lacks the long legacy of older revolvers or first-gen Glocks, the P210 X5 Legion is already building serious collector momentum. Designed for competition, this 9mm uses a tungsten-infused grip module that gives it the feel of steel in a polymer frame. With a 5-inch bull barrel and 43-ounce weight, it soaks up recoil while maintaining the modular flexibility of the P320 line. It holds 17 plus 1 rounds, sports a flat-face trigger, Dawson precision sights, and a slide prepped for optics, making it competition-ready straight out of the box. While still in production, Sig is focusing more on other P320 variants, so clean examples are rising in price. Used models now sit in the $900 to $1,200 range, with special editions fetching more. Number 11. Colt Python Modern Production Models. Colt may have brought the Python back in 2020, but demand is far beyond supply, pushing values up fast. These stainless steel .357 Magnum revolvers, available with 4.25 or 6-inch barrels, keep the classic vented rib and famously smooth double-action trigger that made the originals iconic. At roughly 42 ounces, they soak up recoil and shoot comfortably even with heavy loads, making them as practical as they are collectible. Early re-release models and pristine examples are already fetching $1,400 or more, with special editions going higher. Like their 1960s and 70s predecessors, these modern Pythons are poised to rise sharply once production slows. Number 10. Walther Q 5-match steel frame. Now, this isn't your average Walther, and that's exactly why it's finding its way into collections as fast as it is into competition holsters. The Q5 match steel frame was built with one goal in mind: deliver race gun performance right out of the box without the tinkering or upgrades many competition shooters end up paying for. Built from full steel, this 9mm weighs about 41 ounces unloaded, giving it the heft to control recoil and keep the muzzle steady through rapid strings of fire. It sports a 5-inch barrel, optics-ready slide, an adjustable match trigger, making it ready for USPSA and IPSC straight out of the box. With a 15+1 capacity and a retail price near $1,500, limited production is driving demand, and values are already rising on the used market. Number 9. Heckler Koch P7 PSP. Some pistols stand out because they're flashy. The H&K P7 PSP stands out because there's simply nothing else like it. First sold in the late 1970s, this German 9mm uses a squeeze-cocking front strap and a gas-delayed blowback system with a fixed barrel, giving it accuracy and a unique safety system no other pistol has matched. With a 4.1-inch barrel, slim single-stack frame, and weight just under 28 ounces, it's compact yet planted in the hand. Production ended decades ago, and prices now sit between $2,000 and $3,000 as remaining models vanish from the market. Number 8. Ruger Mark II Target. The Ruger Mark II Target may not have the tactical flair of a duty pistol, but it's become a collector's favorite. Built from 1982 to 2005, this 22 LR semi-auto earned a reputation for precision and reliability, especially in its target trim with a 6.88-inch bull barrel, adjustable sights, and a crisp trigger. Its 42-ounce all-steel build steadies each shot while softening recoil, making it a rimfire classic for deliberate shooting. With the Mark III and IV shifting to convenience features, collectors are hunting Mark IIs. Early stainless target models now bring $700 to $900, with special editions climbing higher. Number 7. Taurus GX4. The Taurus GX4 arrived as the brand's bold answer to the growing micro-compact market, and it didn't take long to turn heads. Chambered in 9mm, it pairs a 3.2-inch barrel with an 11+1 capacity, all in a frame small enough to vanish under a t-shirt. At just over 17 ounces empty, it's one of the lightest carry options in its class, yet it doesn't feel flimsy in the hand. What really sets it apart is its flat-face trigger, breaking clean with a short, confident reset, giving it a shooting feel closer to pistols, twice its price. Despite still being in production, the GX4 is already trending upward in value. Special finishes, limited release models, and first-run examples are becoming scarce, and prices for well-kept versions are creeping past the $500 mark. Shooters who once saw it as just another budget carry piece are starting to realize it might be one of Taurus's future collectibles. Number 6, Ruger Security 6. Built from the early 1970s to 1988, the Ruger Security 6 became a favorite among law enforcement and outdoorsmen for one reason. It could take a beating and keep working. Chambered in .357 Magnum, it handles .38 Special just as easily, offering versatility for practice or softer shooting. With barrel options from 2.75 to 6 inches and either stainless or blued finishes, most versions weigh about 34 ounces, heavy enough to tame Magnum recoil without feeling burdensome. Its smooth action, solid lockup, and simple fixed or adjustable sights made it a reliable companion in any setting. Collectors are driving prices up fast, especially for stainless 4-inch models. Once a $400 revolver, clean examples now bring $700 or more, and boxed, original models are commanding even higher numbers. Number 5, Springfield Armory TRP Operator. The Springfield TRP Operator was built to give shooters a 1911 tough enough for real-world use without losing precision. Chambered in .45 ACP, it features a 5-inch match-grade barrel and a full-size steel frame, weighing about 42 ounces unloaded. That heft soaks up recoil, helping it stay on target shot after shot. What sets it apart is its balance of durability and performance. The Armory coat finish resists wear, 20 line per inch checkering locks in the grip, and its full-length guide rod ensures smooth cycling. A crisp 4.5-pound trigger and night sights round out a pistol that feels closer to a custom build than a production gun. With Springfield shifting toward models like the Operator Elite, the original TRP Operator is getting harder to find. Clean examples already fetch $1,600 and up, with special editions climbing even higher as collectors take notice. Number 4, CZ75 Shadow 2. The CZ75 Shadow 2 has become a favorite among IPSC and USPSA shooters looking for competition-ready performance without heavy customization. Built on CZ's classic all-steel 75 platform, this 9mm features a 4.9-inch cold, hammer-forged barrel and a 46-ounce unloaded weight, giving it the stability to manage recoil and keep shots fast and precise. Its appeal comes from how refined it feels out of the box. The extended beaver tail, undercut trigger guard, and sharp checkering offers superb control, while the fiber optic front and serrated rear sights keep targets clear. The single-action trigger, breaking around 3.5 to 4 pounds, has a short reset for rapid follow-ups. As optics-ready variants and special editions take the spotlight, the original Shadow 2 is becoming harder to find. Standard models now run over $1,300, and limited editions bring even more, with collectors snapping up clean examples while they last. Number 3, Colt King Cobra .357. The Colt King Cobra, revived in 2019, has quickly turned into a must-have among Colt's modern snake guns. Chambered in .357 Magnum, it carries a 6-round cylinder, a 3-inch stainless barrel, and weighs about 28 ounces unloaded, striking a sweet spot between power and carry comfort. Shooters value its smooth, consistent trigger and the way its heavy-duty frame soaks up Magnum recoil despite its compact size. The full underlug barrel and hoe grips keep it controllable during long-range sessions, giving it a solid planted feel. With demand outpacing Colt's production, prices are climbing. Early re-release models and limited finishes already fetch over $1,000, with rarer versions moving for far more as collectors lock them down. Number 2. Heckler Koch USP 9mm. The HK USP 9mm might not dominate headlines today, but in the 1990s, it set the bar for duty handguns. Built for toughness, it became a staple for military and law enforcement agencies worldwide. Chambered in 9mm with a 4.25-inch barrel and 15-round magazine, it weighs about 27 ounces unloaded, striking a solid balance between control and carry. Its recoil reduction system softens the bite of hotter loads, while the DA/SA trigger with decocker and safety, plus ambidextrous controls, make it adaptable and glove-friendly. The polymer frame kept it lighter than all-steel competitors without sacrificing reliability. Though HK still makes the USP, demand for early German-marked models is rising fast. Well-kept examples are already clearing $900, with values climbing as collectors chase one of Hong Kong's last great hammer-fired service pistols. Number 1. Desert Eagle 50AE. The Desert Eagle is a pistol that stops conversations the moment it comes out. Not just for its size, but for the raw force it delivers. Since its debut in the late 1980s, this semi-auto chambered in 50 Action Express has held the crown as the most powerful mainstream handgun you can buy. With a 6-inch barrel, 7-round magazine, and a weight of over 4.5 pounds unloaded, it's as much a statement piece as a shooter. Its gas-operated action, rare in handguns, softens some recoil, while the fixed barrel helps it stay accurate well past typical pistol distances. Chrome, brushed or black finishes only add to its iconic presence. Collectors are driving prices up, especially for Israeli-made models and uncommon finishes. Clean examples often break $2,000, with rarer editions reaching double that. Impractical for most, but as a blend of power, pop culture legend, and scarcity, the Desert Eagle keeps climbing in value. That wraps up our look at the pistols that aren't just tools, but assets. Firearms climbing in value while they quietly vanish from shelves and safes. Some of these might already be in your collection. Others might be the ones you wish you never sold. Remember, when it comes to guns that hold their value, it's not always about rarity or firepower. It's about owning a piece of history before it slips through your fingers. Stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one.